2-hour private paddle pub for you and 15 friends. Plus, 2 tickets to a 2022 Buccaneers home game. Check out the News Channel 8 Outdoors Expo and Boat Show. Starting Friday, April 8th. For more info and your chance to win, go to theboneonline.com.
Big winners, right?
The Bone Bonus. Congratulations, winner. You won $1,000.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I've been doing it forever and I never got a call. I won. Thank you so much. This is Susan from St. Pete and I just won $1,000 from 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus.
Keep listening to The Bone for your chance to win cold, hard cash. It's The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys, Tampa. FarahandFarah.com. Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, back to Miggs and Swig on 102.5 The Bone. Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Happy Hot Topic.
Welcome back to Happy Hour, filling in for the Miggs and Swig show. I am happy, as Mike Calta says. Call the show at 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. You can tweet at me, which many of you are, at Ryan Happy Radio. And the voting is in. I had the poll on my Twitter, at Ryan Happy Radio. It said, are you a Bieber fan? Because tonight I'm going with my girlfriend, thanks to Mike O, to see the show. And I was saying in the first segment, I thought my girlfriend was more of a fan, but it's more about me. So I wanted to find out from the audience if they're Bieber fans, and most of you are. So keep the voting going. It's at Ryan Happy Radio on Twitter. But I got to address something real quick. But before I address that, I want to let you know that if you're looking for plans tonight, man, you're going, man, my girl's mad at me. I don't know what the hell I did. She's a little pissed off at me. Well, I got the perfect solution that will make the night perfect. I took my girlfriend here for her 25th birthday. Yeah, she's a quarter of a century old. And I'm just kidding, babe. And we went to Meat Market for her birthday 3 months ago, and it was a great time. It's at 813-280-1113. That's 813-280-1113. That's the number. And they are located at 1606 West Snow Avenue. And that's in Tampa. And for all the info, meatmarket.net. And when you go there and you get your reservation, be sure to mention that you heard about it on the Miggs and Swig show on Happy Hour, and they will hook you up. It is, you know, like when you pay for any like fast food joint, and like you're hoping that the cook that's underpaid, that's doing 4 jobs at once, cares about your meal, and sometimes the meal is okay, and sometimes the meal sucks. Here's the thing. Meat Market, top-notch food. It will always be 10 out of 10. Once again, meatmarket.net. All right, I need to address something. Y'all need to relax online. First of all, I began using the word y'all since moving to Florida finally after 7 years. It's in my vocabulary. I admit it. But y'all need to relax. So if you're watching Bone TV or my IGTV video at Ryan Happy Radio on all social media, I'm wearing these shades right now that I got in Mexico when I went on my Celtic cruise. And the reason I'm wearing the shades is because it's very bright in here, and I've worked the last 2 mornings, and I got up at 3, so I'm very tired. And I had like 4 dudes that are like, oh, dude, you think you're so cool wearing your shades? Like, bro, life's short, man. Like, I'm just wearing my shades. I don't do this during the week, but it's just because I'm a little tired. Like, I don't go to you, bro, or whatever you identify as, and I don't go, oh, yeah, I can mow the lawn better. You know what I mean? Or I don't go, oh, yeah, I could be a better grill. Like, I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? 727-579, we all do. And 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. You can tweet at me at Ryan Happy Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhappyradio@gmail.com.
You know, a lot of girls be thinking my songs are about...
All 1,000 of them.
It's just not to get confused. This one's for you, baby.
So I remember when this song came out. This was the summer of 2009, and I was a freshman. And this is like when you didn't know about people's character because social media wasn't as prominent. So like everybody was like, oh, this kid from Toronto, Drake, he's such a good dude. Oh, yeah. And like 3 years later, there's the online video where he brings a girl up next to him at his concert, and she's like 16 or 17. He's being all creepy. Then there's the alleged rumors that he would send texts to Millie Bobby Brown. Like, Drake's a weird dude, allegedly, but I think he's talented. But I saw this headline here, and I thought this was ridiculous. It's like, I get if you're worth $75 million and you can spend your money on anything, but man, when you have money, hold on to it. All right, it says here, and this is from Bro Bible. Drake was spotted wearing a new diamond necklace, and the price is mind-blowing. It is worth about $1.9 million, and it's from Frank Ocean's luxury jewelry brand. Which, by the way, I can't play any of Frank Ocean's music on air, but like, he was way ahead of his time. He was like the first artist to come out as bisexual back in 2012. And his song Novocaine, I don't even think I can play the clean version, but Frank Ocean's brilliant. But Frank Ocean's one of those guys where like, he made his money and now he's got a luxury brand. Like, not every artist is meant to have 20 hits. And you can definitely tell with that. So Drake's walking around with this necklace that's worth $1.9 million. And I just don't get it. Like, when I'm rich, I'm going to be driving around in a Honda Civic. Maybe I'll get my midlife crisis Porsche, but I'm going to have a moderate house. Because by the age of 55, I'm going to be done in radio. I'm going to delete my social media, and you'll never hear from me again. I'm going to save up all my money. Maybe by then I'll have kids, and I'm going to be a grandpa or whatever. Who the hell knows what the future holds? But that is my plan. I don't want to be like the rappers or radio hacks that make all the money and then they spend it and then they feel bad for themselves because they didn't know how to use their credit card. I'm going to be saving the money. So that's what you got to do because you don't know what the future holds. If you would have told yourself in 2010 that in 2020 we'd be locked in our houses, you would have thought you're crazy. You never know what the future holds, and it's frightening. Like, for example, when you go, you don't know what the future holds. A lot of times you wouldn't have thought that Trump would be president, or that we would have a smartphone in our pocket that gets the internet, or that Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian were banging. That's just not the things you thought the future was going to hold. Those aren't things that The Simpsons predicted.
Very happy and very content, and it's such a good feeling.
As things heat up between Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, a source tells ET they've been involving each other more and more with their respective families and friends.
Why not?
It's got to be weird, like, bringing... Because everyone's seen her get laid. So it's got to be weird, like, if you're just one of Pete's friends and you're just from New York and she walks in and you're like, oh, yeah, Ray J really did a good job. Which, by the way, if I'm Ray J, I really am mad that I didn't make it as big as Kim Kardashian. Because everyone knows him for the sex tape. But One Wish, I mean, this is a hit, bro. And then the pregame speech that I can't play on the radio, when Ray J is talking to the camera before he bangs Kim Kardashian, it's inspiring. Forget about Tony Robbins or whoever you listen to, Gary Vee, for motivation. The first 5 seconds of the Kim Kardashian sex tape is some of the most motivating moments you'll ever have. But here's the refrain from One Wish by Ray J. If he had one wish, he would have been her boo. Promise to love you. Trust me, I trust you. I mean, how the hell did he not make it bigger with lyrics like this? They're just so deep and not like anything else. Trey songs, whatever. Yeah, he definitely wishes he had a baby with Kim Kardashian. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025.
The source says the lovebirds are going strong and very happy in their relationship.
I love that.
Quote, Pete is so into Kim and is constantly doing romantic, sweet things for her to make her feel loved and special.
Okay, I've said this before, and I don't think I don't know if Pete Davidson would like me saying this or not, but I can relate to Pete Davidson because when you lose your father in a traumatic fashion, it makes you appreciate everything in life. And one of the things that really makes you appreciate is when you're getting laid to a beautiful woman. And I feel that with my girlfriend, and I'm sure Pete Davidson has felt that with all the people he slept with, because like there's nothing more beautiful than having sex with a beautiful woman. So when Pete Davidson is saying that he's living in a moment and very happy, I would be too. And then imagine being Pete. You grow up listening to Kanye and you grow up watching her sex tape, and then you end up being Eskimo Brothers with Kanye, and then you're banging Kim. Which I would not rule out them getting married. He's crazy enough. He gets tattoos for whatever. And she literally is having a midlife crisis and pretty much has said so. So I would not be surprised if this ended with wedding bells.
As for Kim, the source adds that she feels so comfortable around Pete and is continuing to focus on their relationship, growing together, and moving forward without any negativity.
And Pete's also trained himself very well to be mentally ill. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm mentally ill too. I have ADD, ADHD, bipolar, and nonverbal learning disability, which Chris Rock has, so I'm pretty cool. So, like, a lot of times you're anxious and you're a little uptight, but then as you get older, if you see a shrink and you take your meds, you can work on your mental health and not caring. And I think that attitude that Pete Davidson has is exactly what Kim Kardashian wanted from Kanye. That's exactly what she wanted from Chris Humphries or Ray J, because all those guys are crazy. She wanted just somebody who's crazy but manageable. Because when she's saying that she's continuing to focus on growing their relationship and growing together without any negativity, she's pretty much saying, I'm going to be by his side, I'm going to be his ride or die, but I just don't need him going manic like Kanye West does.
Yep. And as they continue to get closer and closer, the source says they're bringing each other around their friends and family more and more. In fact, when E.T. caught up with Kim's bestie, Jonathan Chebin, back in February, he said Pete has his seal of approval.
I think it's cool. Yeah. You know what? She's having fun, I guess. I've hung out with them a couple of times, and I love her to death. So whatever makes her happy.
Wow, he doesn't like Pete. Wow. Shots fired. He didn't go, oh, Pete's really good for her. Listen to this passive aggressive. If that's what she wants.
I've hung out with them a couple of times, and I love her to death. So whatever makes her happy.
Body language says it all. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And at the poll results, I said in the beginning of the show that I'm going to the Bieber concert with my girlfriend tonight, thanks to Mike O. And I asked Tampa Bay at Ryan Hoppe Radio on Twitter if they are fans of Bieber, and 75% of you rock and roll heads like him. And how can you not? He's an angel. Not at all, but he's a very good singer. 727-579-1025 and 1-800-771-1025. Breaking news that just makes you really think about how short life is. Dwayne Haskins, quarterback for Pittsburgh, he died last night. And he died in a car crash. And man, it's just like, he's 24 years old, I'm 28, so you start to think about it, and then it's like, we all don't want to think about death or whatever. So you have all the, like, sport reporters that are respectful. And then you have that dirtbag, Adam, and I don't want to say his last name, from ESPN, that hack that literally has biases for other teams, and he's making so much money to report biased news. He's from ESPN, the insider. Everyone knows who he is, Adam. He tweets, Dwayne Haskins, a great quarterback who had a lot of problems catching on in the NFL with Washington and Pittsburgh, died this morning when he got hit by a car in South Florida. Like, you didn't have to add that first part that he had all these problems, because the man is dead now. The man's going to be laying in the ground. And it's just, like, unfortunate that these reporters always have to, like, make it very wordy. Why can't you just say Dwayne Haskins died last night in a car crash? We are sorry for his family. When you're adding that narrative in there, that's because you never got to play sports growing up, and you were the geek, because I was, who was the manager of the sports team. So now this is your big break to talk about athletes, and you're just the worst. I mean, it's just like, why would you word it like that? He's getting crushed online, but it won't matter because we'll forget about it in 12 hours. and then life will move on, and he will continue to report the news in a biased way for ESPN. All right, this has been Hoppe Hour, filling in for the Miggs and Swig show. Thank you to Don Miggs and Lisa DiBartolo. Up next is the Mike O radio show with Denise and Mike O. I have no idea what Mike's got loaded up, but I know he will bring it today. Mike's the hardest working dude that I've ever met. So is Corey Cardinal, who's working his ass off. And then Monday morning, the Mike Calta show, the Mike Calta after show, Roger and JP, Drew Garabo live, a cat named Mo, and Johnny B. You can listen to all the shows on demand by getting the 102.5 The Bone app. And you can also, if you want to listen to Hoppe Hour, the podcast I do online, it's doing very well. If you want to listen to it after listening to The Bone, I'm on every single platform that has a podcast. Amazon Music, TuneIn, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Mixcloud. Search up Hoppe Radio, HOPPE Radio. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. I think you got the point. Up next is the Mike O radio show.
Hoppe Hour.